What it do, what the business is, it's Sunday, so you already know that your boy had to jump back in here with another episode of this Flight Lounge. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know if it's the weather change. I don't know if I ain't been getting a lot of sleep. I don't know if niggas do-rag been too tight, but my head been hurting like all day. I was debating, I'm not gonna lie, about doing the podcast because I was like, man, I'm not trying to be on there chopping it up. A nigga head is thumping, but nonetheless, I wanted to come in here and pop it with y'all. So I'm just letting y'all know love up front. This might be a shorter episode, but I got some topics of the day, so you already know that I wanted to get into them. Now, you already know that it's been raining outside like crazy. If you from the Northwest like me, you already know that the rain, once it come, it don't really slow down. We might start getting a little bit of rain, and then we get a little bit more rain, and then pretty soon it's just pretty much a shower outside every single day. Sometimes you'll look on the weather forecast, and you know how on the iPhones it'll show you like the next 10 days. On our stuff, it'd be like 80% rain every day for 10 days, and then you be hoping like maybe on the 11th day tomorrow when I recheck my phone it's gonna be something different. Nah, man, nah. From at least like October, I'm gonna say till like February, we always got rain. I mean, it's not pouring down rain, and sometimes you'll see rain on there and it's basically just like, hey, we're sprinkling for the day, but here it'll sprinkle and it'll get wet on your ass real quick. So I'm not really looking forward to that. I was really, I was enjoying the sun while we had it, but like I've been telling y'all on the other episodes, you already know if you live in the Northwest, it just come with the territory. It's gonna rain on you. You can't bring out the new shoes. It's not really even important for you to wash your car every day because you're gonna wash your car and then you're gonna drive it straight into the rain, so it's not even worth it to do that. But yeah, man, you already know that I like to bring in each of these episodes with basically a little bit of real talk, a little bit of spiel, if you will. Sometimes it's good to address the problems and stuff like that, so I just like to, put my little 2 cents on it and let y'all know how I'm feeling about it, and hopefully it motivates some of y'all to, go out there and do what y'all gotta do. Now, you already know November is coming up, November 1st, and it's looking like a lot of people is about to be in trouble as far as Thanksgiving and, just putting food on their family's plate. Now, they saying 42 million people is going to be losing their SNAPS benefits. If you don't know what SNAPS is, food stamps. Now, I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm not a food stamp baby. I remember plenty days back in the day that moms was working. She was making ends meet. We had food in the fridge, but it's not because we was balling. It was because mom was able to, go out there and go get those assistants to be able to feed me and my brothers and sisters. Now, as I got older, you feel me, 19, 20, all of the homies, we all had food stamp cards. We going to the Winco. We eating every day. Everything is good. Most of the niggas is like, hey, if you ain't got no cash, buy me a couple things off that food stamp card. You can hit the blunt. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna act like I'm a stranger to, food stamps, but as I got older and I started working, I'm not gonna lie, once I start getting, even a little bit of money, they cut my food stamps smooth off. You feel me? So I say from 19 and now, I ain't never really got my food stamps. When my lady, she got her food stamps or whatnot, when my son was born, everything was cool, everything. She wasn't getting a whole lot. She was just getting the bare minimum. And once she got back to work, them stamps was gone and we ain't had no stamps. So I've been having to, go out there and make little plays and basically just pay cash. Whenever we got to go to the store, we just expecting to pay cash. So I'm not going to say, y'all got to go out there and go do what you got to do to put food on your plate. But I'm going to just say, go out there and do what you need to do to put that food on your plate. I know everybody's situation is different, so I can't speak for everybody, but some of us is going to have to take that extra shift. Some of us is going to have to, press that button on the Uber app to go out there and go get that money. And some of us just ain't really had no choice. We've been having to do this for so long. So, like I said, I don't know everybody's situation, and I hope that, they fix this situation because there's people who really need these food stamps and they depend on these food stamps to feed their family, but some people is out here just abusing the system and they know they can take their ass to work and go clock in. They just want to work bare minimum so that they don't gotta, you know what I mean? They don't gotta do pretty much nothing, and they still know that they're gonna have food and they're gonna have these government assistance. But this is a perfect example for the people out there. Don't never rely on these people. Don't never rely on the government to help you out, because you see, at the drop of a hat, you know what I mean, shit can change and shit can get ugly. Some people, I'm not gonna lie, don't be surprised in a couple weeks if these stamps get cut off and people is running into these grocery stores and walking out with the groceries. They're gonna be like, hey, you feel me, I'm supposed to have 500 on the food stamps. They cut it off. I was paying y'all the food stamps. I ain't got the money. We still gotta eat. What's happening? You feel me? So hopefully it don't get to that point and they figure this out before November, but it's not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good. And like I said, I don't condone the babies not eating not one day. They need to eat every day. But some of y'all just gotta step your hustle up a little bit. And for those who can't, whether you got, a sickness or a disability and you just can't go out there and get it and you need this, I hope that y'all get what y'all need. But for the rest of y'all better step y'all hustle up, because they not cutting no slack out here. Now, y'all already know that I got some topics today, and I think there's some pretty good topics, so let's get into them. You feel me? Now, you already know that I like to start off with that music of the week, and I got a single for y'all, and it's been buzzing over the weekend, so we had to talk about it. It's actually a song that I actually did a video on for my YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy, and if you're listening on like Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to the podcast at, make sure you follow me there so that you can tap in with your boy, and you know what I'm saying, listen every week, because I'm going to be dropping for y'all. Now, y'all already know that this Young Thug stuff it's been going back and forth for the last couple weeks, from him snitching to the album to what it was sounding like, and just him kind of popping out trying to, redeem his throne for King Slime, and it just ain't really working, but it's kind of simmered down with him. But there's one rapper out there, we got to talk about the song, man. I'm talking about that new 6ix9ine, because he got on the track and basically was saying, Thug is a snitch just like me. Why y'all not making him follow protocol and cutting this nigga off? Y'all trying to still dap him up and be in the club. What's that about? You know what I mean? But I like the song, FAX. If you haven't seen it, it's some of that, real 6ix9ine that we was used to hearing a few years ago when he was really taking traction with, Shotty and Treyway and doing his thing. It was that 6ix9ine. It wasn't the new pop 6ix9ine, the, different Spanish 6ix9ine. It wasn't that. This was the real deal, and he was calling out Young Thug. And like I said, I like the song. I like the video. If you ever seen 6ix9ine's videos, you already know it's real colorful. It's real, you know what I mean? It's real playful on there, but he's on house arrest right now, so it's looking like he got his house decorated to fit the theme of it, so you already know he gonna be shooting more videos. So if Young Thug wanna, get some more clout, he better holla at 6ix9ine, because he gonna be dropping more songs about this. You already know he's not gonna be letting up. Now, the next topic I got for y'all already know, is the movies of the week, and I'm sorry about this one. It was one that I was looking forward to. I probably talked to y'all about it on the podcast, that Black Phone 2. Now, Black Phone 2 it been having trailers for like the last year and a half maybe. People been putting out them little fake cards saying it's coming next month, it's gonna be coming 2024. It didn't come, and then it came 2025, and the shit wasn't it. It wasn't it. If you don't know what Black Phone is, make sure y'all go check out the video on the YouTube channel, because I made a video about talking about this same topic right here, and basically telling y'all the difference between the first one and what I honestly thought of the second one. And since we on the podcast, I'm gonna just tell y'all it was a no-go. A lot of people were saying, they really liked the movie and they liked the direction that the movie went into. I just didn't really understand it. I guess I need to maybe go back and watch it, but I would say within the first 15 minutes of the movie, I already knew it wasn't something that I was gonna like. It just looked kind of like cheesy a little bit. Now, I know that the movie is, based on like the 1980s, so it was supposed to have that like old school film, like different angles and stuff like that, and a little bit different quality of the camera that they might have been trying to shoot for, but it just wasn't it. I don't feel how the storyline lined up. I don't like that they had a phone in the middle of a fucking field and the shit was ringing, and then the nigga was popping from under the ice, and I just didn't like the all-around story. You feel me? But I was asking people, what do you think of the movie? If you listening to this and you seen Black Phone 2, let me know what I'm missing. Maybe I'm just missing something and I need to watch it again, because like I said, I really like the first one, but I just feel like for all that time that niggas did waiting for this new Black Phone movie to come out. This shit just wasn't it. Some stuff just ain't it. And like I said, a lot of people are saying that this was way better than the first one and they really enjoyed it. And most people will tell you they didn't even like the first one. So I'm a little confused on how you went from really not liking the first one to liking the second one. And the first one is better than the second one. So now, like I said, I'm mixed up. I'm conflicted. You know what I mean? It's doing good at the box office, but you know what I mean? People gonna hype up the shit that other people is hyping up. So if you on Instagram and you saying that movie sucks, that movie is not it, I give it a 2 out of 10, a lot of people gonna roll with the same narrative even if they haven't seen the movie. I seen the first one, I'm gonna give it a 7. I seen this one, I'm gonna give it a 3. You know what I mean? And like I said, I might be being a little harsh just because I was expecting to see something different. But all in all, it's your choice. Like I said, Black Phone 2 is in the theaters right now. If you haven't seen it, go check it out and make the decision for yourself. You already know since it's holiday season that they're going to be doing little, you know what I mean, Halloween and, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's real festive out here. So make sure if you got a little cutie or something or you just like scary movies, go check that movie out. You feel me? Now, y'all know that I've been smoking a little bit of, you know, extracurricular activities the last couple weeks, and I haven't been really sharing it with y'all, but I have been blowing some new Loud Pack flavors. Now, the topic or the strand of the week, the tree of the week, I'm gonna give y'all one. And y'all know, if y'all listen to this podcast, y'all know that I'm kind of on the fence about gelato. I don't really like gelato because I feel like it's one of those rapper weeds and people just feel like that, you know, if you're smoking some gelato, it's some fire. No, that's not how it goes. There's so many different strands of gelato that it's sometimes you be getting some swap gelato. It could even be like, hey, it's 24%, and you hit it and it's smoking like some 17 or some 16%, and you know that this shit is some Huckabee. This week, I got some, you know, mini buds from my peoples, and it's some black cherry gelato. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not super strong. I'm gonna give it like maybe a 7 out of 10 just because it's pungent. The flavor is there. Like sometimes you'll get like a cherry or a blueberry or a banana or whatever flavors they be telling you, and you smoke it and it tastes like dirt. This actually got that flavor on it. This got that flavor on it, and it got like the Peggy Bundy, you feel me? It got them little red hairs, but it also got them crystal flakes, you feel me? Them Tony the Tiger joints. And all in all, like I said, I'm not a big fan of gelato. This is kind of one that we just picked up from the dispensary. We be kind of going through different strands just so that I'm not smoking the same thing. And you know, obviously, if I like something when I get it, there's another one that I've been blowing on. We just gonna talk about it. Is this one? It's called Jelly Donut. Let me know if y'all try some of that jelly donuts. It's a hybrid, and it be smoking strong like an indica. It be having me, you know, chilling in my seat like on lean back, like Fat Joe back in the day. This shit is usually about a 30%. So kind of whenever I see that, that's been my go-to the last couple, I'll say 2 months. I'll say that we've been, you know, keeping that in the rotation, but every now and again we've been venturing off to different strands, but with this grower, because they've been giving us some pretty cool prices and some pretty cool percentages. I'm not interested in buying no 19-20%. I need the best of the best, that creme de la creme. I need the flavor, I need the buzz to look right, I need the THC count to be there, and I need it to be at the fraction of the price for the high shit. I'm not paying $180 for the whole thing. I'm not paying $200 for the whole thing. We paying the right price. So let me know if you ever tried that jelly donut or if you tried some of this cherry gelato. Like I said, they both cool. I'm gonna get that jelly donut like an 8.5, and I might get at, you know, that gelato like a 7. Like I said, I like it, but it could even be a 6.5. I'm not gonna lie, I might have to roll up, and if it ain't hitting right, I'm gonna knock it down to half a point. But yeah, man, let me know if y'all try either of those, and if you recommend something else that's around here. Y'all already know, like I said, I live in the Northwest, so if you know a dispensary out in Portland, or if you know one out in the Couve, let me know, and I'll pull up, because I'm always looking for something good to smoke. Now, electronics of the week, I ain't been looking at them a whole lot, but I did get a new game and I've been enjoying it. It was a short one, but yeah, man, all in all, I was excited to see it and I finally got to play it. So that Little Nightmares 3. Now, you feel me? Some people getting mixed feelings about it. They feel like they should have brought like the old character back. I seen that some people are saying that they are gonna make a new one with the new character because it kind of ties in at the end. I'm not gonna lie, I only beat like half the game already. I ain't even finished the whole thing. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but from what I got from the game, it's pretty cool. It's the same kind of layout and feel that you used to playing when you play Little Nightmares. I'm not gonna act like I was familiar with some of the controls because some of the stuff that they had, like the little bow and arrow that one of the characters has, and then the other one has like a little like a hammer or something, or like a wrench. That's what it is. And you go through the game, and it's little puzzles, and each level has like a little creature, a little spooky creature. The game is not too scary. It's not like a Resident Evil or nothing. It's more like playful and adventurous, and it's real linear. You know what I mean? You can kind of walk through the game, and if you just look around, you can kind of figure out where to go. And it's real cool. I like the game a lot. I beat the first one. I beat the second one. I would say that the third one, I just wish that they could make the games a little bit longer. These games are only like 4 hours. So when I tell you I beat 50%, I probably played it for like 2.5, 2:15. You know what I mean? And I ran through it pretty quick. I had a good time. It's one of those. The only thing I would say that's pretty cool about this one, I guess you can do a 2-player mode, and you can kind of go through the game with a partner or a friend. So if you got another friend that has this game, y'all can kind of go through it together and kind of figure it out. They haven't had that on the first two, so I'm looking to play it with somebody, you feel me? If you got Little Nightmares, tap in with your boy, you feel me? Hit me up on Instagram, and you can get my gamer tag at Jolin01. That's Jolen01. Y'all already know that y'all can holla at me on there. But yeah, man, that's kind of what I've been playing as far as electronics and games. I do need to get back on that Little Nightmares 3 and kind of jump back on there and finish it off. Like I said, I done beat the first one, beat the second one. It's only right that I do the same to the next one, you feel me? Now, it's time to get to the last topic of the day, and you already know that it's my favorite topic of the day, the sneakers of the week. Now, I didn't really see no sneakers this week. There's some that's coming out in the next few weeks, and we're going to talk about those when we get there. But I did see two that we're going to talk. One is for the play, and one actually look okay. So the first one that I seen was they got these foamposites that look pretty damn cool. It's the carbon ones. You feel me? That carbon fiber. It's got an all black like silhouette. You feel me? It's a carbon fiber look. Y'all already know how they coming with the foams. You know what I mean? And they got like it's a lighter grayish gum bottom on the bottom. It's a see-through. It look real clean. I'm not a big fan of foams. Like sometimes like I like the eggplants or the Big Bangs or the Galaxies. I like those ones, but I'm not really going out of my way, and I never was really one to go out of my way for foams. But when I see them and I see a color that I like, I do like the shoe, but they always kind of been more on the expensive side. For $230, I'll probably end up going to go buy a pair of J's, something that's a little bit more, not that J's is a lot more comfortable, but they are more comfortable, at least to me, than foamposites. Foamposites kind of got your foot like in a shell, you know what I mean? You can't really wiggle your toes in them joints, you feel me? And they real heavy too, so I never really been, a big fan of the foams, but I like the colorway on these. Let me know if you interested in these foams. I think that they cool, and they're gonna be coming out on I think they come out on Friday, so the 25th. Again, they $230, you know what I mean? So if you interested in them, you could probably pick them up. I know that foams, at least in my area, they don't move as fast as some other stuff, and honestly, the shoe game been kind of slowing down, so you might really be able to go walk into one of these malls and cop you a pair, no line, no nothing, you feel me? Now, like I said, I got one for the okay and one for the play. That was the cool one. Now it's time to get to the other one. Now, these is more for like, I don't know, maybe if you a fan of the show or if you got like a kid or something, but y'all remember back in the day when we used to watch SpongeBob SquarePants and he used to be wearing the black shoes? Y'all know what SpongeBob used to wear, you feel me? Now, it looked like Adidas decided to collab with the SpongeBob brand because they saying that they got the shoes that SpongeBob used to wear back in the day. All we know is that they was black and they had some white laces on them, and it looked like they doing that with some Stan Smiths. It's gonna be some all black Stan Smiths with some white laces, and it's gonna have like a little bit more of a the black is gonna be like a shinier leather. It's not gonna be like a flat matte black paint. It's gonna be more like shiny, so it looks like SpongeBob's. Not that there was his work shoes, because he kind of wore the same shoes every day, but you gonna be able to go get your hands on a pair of those. Like I said, these is ones I don't think that I'm gonna grab a pair of SpongeBob shoes, but you feel me? My son liked the show, and he might be like, "Oh, I'll wear them." You know what I mean? Who knows? But I just wanted to throw it to y'all because, like I said, I know some people like to collect. You know, just put them in a stash just off some haha giggles. I don't know exactly where they're gonna be selling these, but I know that they're gonna be coming out here, I believe, in the next couple days. You feel me? So you're gonna be able to get your hands on them. But like for me, I'm gonna tell you, no, I'm not picking those up to put them in the closet for haha hee-hees. But yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here. So as always, make sure if you on YouTube, you can make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And if you listening from Spotify or any of the other platforms, make sure y'all lock in because I got more topics for y'all. And y'all know that I'll be dropping videos throughout the week on the YouTube. So again, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, Varsity Productions, hit that subscribe button. Log in with your boy because I got more content and I want y'all to be here for it. So as always, you already know what it is and you know who it is. It's Jolin, it's Varsity. Peace.